about Mrs. Flood. She was a grumpy Karen of a neighbour to Ruby Sunday, and she would basically just moan, a bit like me at home.
You mean bread and butterflies?
Oh yes, of course.
Today we're going to be talking about Mrs. Flood in Church of Ruby Road. She was a grumpy Karen of a neighbour to Ruby Sunday, and she would basically just moan, a bit like me at home. And basically she first was arguing about how there's a box in the middle of the pathway, I think, basically a Tardis, accusing someone else of it. Here's a clip.
But all the same, how am I supposed to get round that great big thing of the morning?
I hope you don't mean me.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Rubes. Have you seen what he's done?
But yeah, I definitely think that she was pretty funny, Gormit. And there was like this other scene where the TARDIS basically dematerialized in front of her, and she was very shocked. But that's the thing, how can she be shocked if at the end of the episode we get the biggest cliffhanger, well, not the biggest, but whatever, we get a cliffhanger where she basically says, never seen a TARDIS before.
Never seen a TARDIS before.
So then why was she shocked about the TARDIS? I don't really get. That's a little bit weird. So she's either a Time Lord or the Master, or she's, you know, the Rani, or like what someone said is basically where she's apparently a future version of Ruby Sunday, or like the mother of Ruby. I will link the video basically in the comments below of this video, and here's a thumbnail. But yeah, he basically said that it's perhaps a future version of Ruby.
Who sees a ladder and just hops on? A ladder in the sky, and you thought, yeah, I'll give that a go, babe. They've got the baby!
Or like the mother. So that would be a really interesting idea. I truly believe it could be a future version of Ruby, which is similar to Village of Angels, where we basically got the basically this character called Mrs. Hayward that turns out to be a future version of Peggy that was trapped by the angels in time. And it's really cool. I think that it would be really cool if we got Ruby like a future version, but you know, Mrs. Flood. It could be the Master, could be a female new incarnation. I think that would be amazing, and honestly I kind of want to see that, because the Master hasn't been a female for ages, and the Doctor has. You know, we've seen 2 incarnations, so, well, actually no, multiple. So I think the Master, we haven't really seen females, we've only seen Missy, that's it. So I definitely think Missy shouldn't be the only female, and I know a lot of people don't want there to be like female Time Lords in the show. I know someone that doesn't like the Doctor being a female, and basically, yeah, I think it would be really cool, because it's a little bit like discrimination, or like, you know, it's a little bit like discrimination or like sexism, where it's like, you shouldn't have a female Time Lord. Yeah, well, it's a cool idea, and it definitely should happen again, because otherwise we've wasted the opportunity of Jodie, because if there's not going to be females anymore, what's the point of Jodie being in the show? You know, I kind of wish there was a lot more females after Jodie, just because there's been so many males. I don't know, we'll see, but hopefully we see some more females. And Master, I kind of want to see more females off, because the Master has only been Missy once, from what we know, and I kind of wish, you know, that we did actually see more female versions of the Master. So yeah, it'd be cool if Mrs. Flood was a Time Lord Master, or maybe Rassilon, or not Rassilon, sorry, or Omega, or you know, something like that, or like the Legions, or the boss. You know, it's like there's so many ideas of who she could be. I think she might be a future version of Ruby. I don't know, just the way she looks, the way she observes, the way, I don't know, she might be. So yeah, this was just a quick video basically saying my thoughts of who Mrs. Flood possibly might be, and I'm really intrigued to see her in series 14/1. I definitely want to see more of her. I want to see, maybe it could be a story arc, you know? I think the Legions and the One Who Waits and the boss might all be one big story arc for series 1/14. I don't know, I think, and it might tie in with Jinx Monsoon, because Jinx Monsoon is one of the villains, musical villains, that will be appearing in series 14/1, and I think she should be a part of it. Maybe it's like a whole group of gods, you know? Maybe like the Zelin, I think he's called, from Can You Hear Me? And there's also like, you know, the Trickster, we have Omega, I would assume, we have Rassilon, you know, we have so many godlike figures that I feel like we should definitely take use of them and put them into the new series, or series, and yeah, I'm really excited for series 1/14, and I definitely think we're in for a treat. So yeah, we'll find out who Mrs. Flood is. I'm really intrigued. Maybe she is the mother. It's so obvious to a point that I think she is. But yeah, who's Mrs. Flood? Anyway, subscribe, do the thing.
Make sure you go to his channel, subscribe, and do that there!
Make sure you have a legendary year, a legendary new year when it comes out, which is, you know, January the 1st. So, yeah, and I'll see you in another awesome video. So, yeah, bye.